for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, Easy Mutt. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venomfire here back on the video, and today I'm bringing you guys another defense in Madden 21. You guys always like these videos, so we're going to bring you guys another one. This one's going to be a blitz and a coverage defense. I'm also going to show you guys how to bluff blitz out of it as well. I can actually pretty much form a complete scheme out of this style of blitz in the particular formation. So if you want to see that, let me know down below in the comment section. But for now, we're going to be in this big nickel over G out of the 4-6 defensive playbook. We're actually going to be running a blitz, and the play we're running is going to be this pinch blitz in the middle right there. Now, I've talked about some similar blitzes to this one, including these weak side blitzes. So I've gone over weak side blitz 3 and weak side blitz 1, I believe. But pinch blitz is very similar to some of those. So we're going to be going over that one today. I like it a little bit better, so that's the reason we're going to be going with that one. Just something new that you guys have not seen. Of course, big nickel over G. Get safeties at linebacker. Also, because our free safety is going to be blitzing, you want some speed from these safety positions. I have Troy Hill at the free safety spot, which is actually our blitzing spot, so he's going to be there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't really need too much of the other stuff. We're not going to be adjusting really our zone drops, auto flip off. So for now, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. All right, guys, here we are out on the field taking a look. I am going against this gun bunch offset, definitely the most popular formation. Gun bunches, gun bunch offset, same thing. But taking a look at our player, you notice right away our slot cornerback on that left-hand side is going to basically just go down. Now, that's where we want him. It's important that you do not make any more adjustments until you end up moving him into his correct spot or position. So I want to go ahead, click onto him. I want to just move him into his spot, and then I can make adjustments. Because if I don't, then he actually ends up like moving up. It's pretty weird. He ends up like moving up to a different spot. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys have probably seen where the players will randomly, where they go into different spots before the play, and then you make an adjustment, they'll go back to their normal spot. So kind of difficult to explain. I might just show it next play so you can get an idea of what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, we're just going to move him a little bit into position. The next thing you're going to do is press. You're going to go ahead, pinch your defensive line. And you're also going to go ahead and slant outside. So you're going to go ahead, pinch your D-line, slant outside, and or actually you're slant inside. Sorry about that. So you're going to slant inside. I don't know why I said outside, but slant inside. It's a good thing I caught that. But yeah, so taking a look at your player, you notice that we have that slot cornerback on the right side also blitzing as well as your free safety. So we'll go ahead, do some things. And I might actually go into the zone drops. So that was my mistake. I might go into the zone drops for a couple, maybe a second setup for this play. But for now, you're going to go ahead, man up LB on A, which is the one player who's not manned up. And then, of course, you can kind of move these guys around. But it's just pretty much a man blitz. Pretty simple. You're going to, of course, use the player that was manned up on the tight end, which is going to be John Johnson in our case. And yeah, here's a look at your coverage. Of course, some stock man coverage. But out of the big nickel over G, this is a play you kind of want to mix in. I say this with a lot of my riskier blitz style stuff. It's a play you just want to mix in, a little bit. You don't want to run every single play. Of course, if it's having success, you might not want to go away from it, but be careful because you can get beat deep when you're running man coverage every play. So I will say that. But with your user, you're going to go ahead and put him on either a spy or a blitz, whatever you want. And then you're pretty much just going to put him in the gap, kind of hover here. Some simple stuff. You guys probably know how to do this from other blitzes that I've talked about. So you're just going to go ahead, stand here, and kind of move around, wait for the ball to be snapped, and then we're just going to kind of hover around, and there you see we force a disengage. Now, it's not intended to be a disengage style of blitz, but sometimes with these blitzes, you will notice that different things happen. So the intended way for the blitz to work is, of course, for Troy Hill to get off the edge. Maybe it was a miss input with my hover. Of course, that's probably where I went wrong. But this is not necessarily guaranteed 100% of the time to get pressure. You're rushing 5 against 5. You can't necessarily expect pressure every single time. And also sometimes, disengages might be better because maybe if they block the running back, the disengage would still be able to get through, different things like that. So disengages, they're not super slow, and you see they were still pretty effective. Now, what I did there is I just kind of set everything up the same way. But you notice how when I pressed first, my free safety goes back to his free safety position, which is of course not what you want, because now I have to click on, now I have to move him all the way down, and that's using a lot of time, especially if I'm going against someone who is a potential, quick snapper. He's going to snap the ball quickly. That's something that I do not want to do. I just want to go ahead and click onto him, and then I'll do my adjustments, and I can get back to my original spot. Again, you're not making too many adjustments, so pretty simple stuff there. So again, I'm going to just man up L1 or LB here on the tight end. He's the only guy who's not manned up. Again, I like to put my user on a little spy here. I'm going to stand here, and I'm just going to kind of hover around, and that is what it looks like. Now, not only sometimes have I noticed where just the free safety or that blitzer is going to get free, but I've also noticed certain situations where I can actually get 2 people free off doing that. I can actually force a disengage from one of these 4 guys, and then I can also end up forcing, of course, this guy off the edge. So this is what it looks like. Of course, it's way faster than disengage. Really, all you need is to just hover and take like the center's attention, I think. Of course, the left tackle is usually going to pick up on your defensive end. And the reason why you actually can't slant outside, if I remember correctly, is actually just because they just get a really slow animation. It takes them just a couple of seconds to actually engage. So that's the reason why we slant down instead of slanting up. But you see, here it is in real time pretty quickly. And of course, I only have to hover for a little bit, and then I can go back, user, everything. None of these routes are developed. And it almost looks like we get a disengage from this left player here from both these guys, but they do end up getting picked up. Ebukam almost gets the disengage. He bounced off a couple of guys, but that is ideally what it looks like. So I'm just going to run it through it a couple more times. Again, you see I made that mistake again, just forgetting to click onto him. As far as the best positioning for him, probably around right here. This is the best positioning, just like a little bit off the ball, or you want him as close to the ball as you can. This is as close as he can get. You don't want him at super close to Ebukam or your defensive end, but right there is probably the best spot. Again, man up L1 on A, spy your user, and then you can kind of just start moving around. You notice how I actually was a little bit tighter that time, so maybe that helped, but I'm just going to snap the ball, hover over, and there you see it. It wasn't as clean of necessarily movement from the O-line, but you see just a clean way to get it through. I'll show the replay again, just pretty briefly here. You see, and what happens here is we just get I don't really think my user did much here. Again, I am getting the center's attention, but it was just a straight up engagement from Ebukam to Cam Robinson on that left tackle slot. And overall, just a clean blitz. No nano detection. I don't have to contain. Not going to do any of that, so my contain doesn't get glitched. Just pretty simple. So again, I click onto him, and then I do my adjustments, move him into position. He's a little bit closer there, so I'll move him away. But I'll just show it one more time, then we'll hop into some of the ways I like to bluff blitz this. Or if I really wanted to run coverage, I might go over just a basic coverage that you can run, although my zone drops aren't currently set. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and snap the ball, slide over there. This time we did get nano detected, but it looks like about everybody got a disengage there. So I'm glad you saw that. This was just a very good, clean, effective way to do it. And you see we get the disengage from Ebukam, which again can happen. We obviously don't want Troy Hill getting disengaged, but it looks like, I guess we didn't get disengaged. These were just straight up block sheds, which I guess that's the Rams defensive line versus the Jaguars O-line. Although, I guess no, but of course Ebukam got the disengage. Troy Hill got, of course, there. I don't see this blitz getting nano detected too often. It is pretty rare that it happens, so a little bit unfortunate there, but not the end of the world. Let's go over some of the bluff blitz things I can do. Now, one of just the basic ways that I've ran the blitz, or we're not going to go into a full bluff blitz, we'll go over some basic adjustments, but the first way I can technically run it is to put LB on a bluff blitz zone, and then I would just use Troy Hill straight up. So this would be if I were not blitzing. So if I'm not blitzing, of course I kind of want to stand here. I'm actually going to be using it, and there is a user rush out of it. So if I really wanted to, I might actually just show that user rush. So I'm just going to stand here, and then I can actually just run straight around and sack the QB. So if I really wanted to, that's something I can do. If I were running this particular setup, to piggyback off of that setup, another thing I can do is put LB on a curl flat, still user this player, and then maybe I put X on a curl flat as well, just something like this, something light, snap the ball. Now we have everybody manned up. We have 2 curl flats, which would be adjusted via zone drops to about 20 yards probably, and you see pretty dang successful right there. As far as a full potential bluff blitz, what I might want to do is I might put A in a little middle third. I'm going to man up LB on A, something like this, and then I might just curl flat both the ends and use Troy Hill. So this is a full bluff blitz, cover 1 look. You got 2 curl flats, you got your user, you have everybody manned up. two-man rush, and overall, this player would be pretty dang solid. So you see how you can kind of create some cool things out of this, although these are a lot more advanced than some of the other stuff that we have talked about, but nonetheless, still very effective, and you see how you can really get this play to its maximum potential by just doing a couple different things, as we showed right there. I'll just show a couple of other ways to get this blitz to come through while doing it, and I'm pretty sure I might actually try this out on the fly. I kind of want to see if this works. What if I put B in a little curl flat, but I still user John Johnson, still hover? I want to see if this works. Make sure that this guy's in pristine position right about there, and we'll just kind of try it out on the fly, because honestly I didn't really lab this before the video, so we'll try it, kind of snap the ball, and it doesn't look like it. They engage instantly, so you can't really do that. For the blitz to work, that's good to know that you do have to blitz those 5 people. I'm sure that probably addressed a potential comment right there, but again, just go ahead, press your defensive backs. Some pretty simple stuff, and again, the blitz is still solid. Of course, there might be a better blitz out there, but big nickel over G is really good mix of coverage and other things, so you're not going to find too many more reliable ones. And you see it was pretty reliable. It didn't work that first time because of probably a bad user, but every other time than that, it has worked pretty consistently. So you see probably around 80% success rate, somewhere around there. Another thing I like to do is maybe I like to man up LB on RB, and I like to just man up the safety on the tight end. That's so I can get a good press or a little bit of better coverage, a little bit better positioning. Whereas the tight end, if he's on like a crosser and that slot cornerback's there, it might be a little bit of trouble. But overall, just some basic man coverage. Again, man coverage, you don't want to run it every play. You want to mix it in the right situations. 3rd and longs, I might go to this blitz just to try and catch him off guard a little bit. Again, I'm going to hover right there. We get the pressure, and it's pretty difficult to get those routes to develop. Of course, if you notice him blocking running back, that's where you can go to either bluff blitzes or, of course, like an audible to some of the other really good plays in this formation. But yeah, I think you guys got a good idea. Again, let me know in the comments what other defensive videos you want to see. If you want to see kind of a full scheme on that style of blitz, which is something that I can certainly bring you guys. Again, just let me know down below in the comments section. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 17,000 subscribers, so if you could, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a like on this video. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below in the description, and peace. I'm out of here.